Hey everybody, this is Klaus from Plant-Based News. We're in London with a very special guest.
Mike the Vegan, up in the London house.
All the way from...
All the way from the Midwest of the United States.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mike is, now correct me if I'm wrong or I haven't interpreted this the best, but you're a science journalist?
I would call myself a vegan science YouTuber. I kind of do science journalism. I mean, that's what I do. I research stuff and tell people about it, so.
You're a master's student, which we'll get into later, and you're a regular Plant-Based News correspondent.
Yes, I've done probably how many, like 4 or 5 videos over the years?
Yeah, it's been cool. It's been great.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So welcome to another episode of Plant-Based News.
51 questions with Mike the Vegan. First up, why do people think it's Mick the Vegan?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's sort of my fault. I sort of understand, but it's supposed to be Mike like a microphone, even though my name is Mike like Michael, spelled M-I-K-E, but microphones are usually spelled M-I-C, and I was like, that'll be cool. Kind of a bad idea. Like half the people who've watched me for years like still think I'm Mick. It's
and
Mike.
What are you doing in England?
Oh, I came here for the UK Vegan Campout, which is pretty amazing. And we had a great time. All the presentations went really well, and it was just awesome to meet everyone, so.
Right, quick fire questions. How long have you been vegan?
I've been vegan for 8 years.
And when did you start your channel?
I started my channel 4 years ago about, yeah. Almost to the day, 4 years ago.
So a lot of people might have seen your videos and they're probably wondering, wow, there's like tons of research. How long does it take to each one?
In research? Oh, it can be like 0 hours if it's something I really know, or it can be like 20 plus hours, but I'd say I probably average like 12 hours, 10 to 12 hours of research on like a new video on a new topic that I haven't done before, probably.
So like 2 days per video, if it's a massive
well, you know,
topic.
throughout the week, I'll do like an hour here, maybe I'll do like 2 hours. And that might even be an exaggeration. I gotta time it. I'll time it sometime, see what happens.
And if you weren't a YouTuber, what would you be doing?
I'd probably still be doing like industrial design, product design stuff. That's what I was doing before this, yeah.
Ooh, is that your background?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was designing water filtration backpacks for like the developing world with the startup for a while, and then I did the freelance product design basically, yeah.
Wow, sounds technical. And I think you told me a while ago you're doing a master's in...
Master's in public health, yeah.
And you're still doing that?
Yeah, I got like another year left or so. People, in internet time, people think I'm supposed to already be done. It was like 6 months in. It was like, oh, aren't you done yet? Do you have it? It's like, no. I know it's like 5 internet years, but school, it doesn't work like that.
And I guess you're balancing like YouTube and lots of, I guess it takes up a lot of your time, so it's just a huge balance.
And building a tiny house.
Yeah,
building a
well,
tiny
that's
house,
going to
so.
be one of the questions.
Okay.
How's that going?
Good, great. Yeah, it's about 80% done. And I'm really far behind on the Tiny It Yourself YouTube channel, which is another channel we have. But it's getting there. Like it's gonna be done before it's cold.
What are your motivations for doing that though? It sounds really cool.
For the tiny house, just like minimalism, being a digital nomad, being able to just move to a new place. You know, millennials tend to move around a lot. This way it's like, you know, just drive there, because it's on wheels, so.
Wow. And are you gonna cover some of that stuff for your channel? Because it's mainly sort of about nutrition, right?
Every once in a while, I'll give a little mini tour of the tiny house. We have a whole other channel for that. So Tiny It
cool.
Yourself.
I'll link that down below. What is it called?
Tiny It Yourself, like do it yourself.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Let's talk about other vegan news stories that really excite you. You obviously stay up to date with like vegan news and you're really passionate about this. What kind of excites you about the movement?
I think it's just every time I see one of these super mainstream fast food restaurants throwing down some vegan alternative, that's super inspiring just in terms of the widespread nature of it. Like in the small town in Iowa that I live in, just seeing 100% vegan burger at Burger King, a big sign. That's like, it's finally like hitting every corner of the Western world, it seems like. So that's huge.
It's like the pinnacle. What's worse, flat earth theory or urine therapy?
I think flat earth because it's more widespread. Oh gosh, I hope it's more widespread. Because urine therapy, you know, it's happened with a couple people around YouTube and stuff, a couple vegans, but flat earth, you know, there's the flat earth society. There isn't the drink your own urine society yet. Although I might have accidentally founded that by giving people the idea. Oh no.
What's like a typical meal that you have at home?
The most common meal we make is like khichdi with a bunch of vegetables. So we'll throw in brown rice and red lentils and then just all the vegetables we have on hand, put it in an Instant Pot for 22 minutes, come back and it's like boom, super good, a bunch of spices, bay leaves. That's what we make like a few times a week for sure.
And quick 5 questions, broccoli or kale?
Oh, I like eating more broccoli, but I like them both. So broccoli is probably the winner. Yeah.
Spinach or kale?
Spinach or kale? Spinach dishes I like more, but I just feel so healthy when I eat kale that kale probably wins. Yeah, kale wins.
Favorite sport?
Favorite sport? Oh man. I have been playing softball again because I grew up playing baseball. and that is so much fun to play. But soccer, I probably had the most fun playing soccer, or football as you call it here, and getting the cardio is always great. So
nice. And vegan burger or wrap?
Oh, burger for sure. There's just like, I don't know, wraps, like the tortilla don't have like enough fluffy volume for me, so I'm a bun kind of guy over the wraps. Yeah.
And a bit of an open-ended question. Well, actually it's quite specific, but it'll probably be quite hard for me to answer if I was asked. So I'm putting you on the spot.
Okay.
Who's your hero if you had to pick one?
Greta Thunberg. Hands down.
That's a great answer.
She's great. I don't really ascribe to the idea of having heroes because a lot of times the more you look, although I'd really like Buckminster Fuller as well and Nikola Tesla are two that I really admire. But like the more you get crazy about admiring people and thinking that they're perfect, the more like you can be let down. So hopefully that doesn't happen with your hero. But heroes, you gotta can be dangerous.
What is the most ridiculous vegan YouTube moment you've experienced or seen in the last few years? I often think about this. There's so many.
Yeah, we were on a panel, we talked about Ravana's fish moment.
Yavanna was caught eating fish in a fellow blogger's video.
But another great one, I think.
You just did an impression of that.
No.
So next question, tea or coffee?
Tea for sure. I'm like herbal tea too. I don't do caffeine. It just doesn't work with me. It doesn't give me more energy, and I just realized at like 3 or 4 in the morning that I had caffeine, and I'm like, oh, that's why I'm not asleep.
So next question, what's your favorite? People have been wanting me to ask you this.
What's
your favorite vegan documentary?
Ooh, I like the classic Forks Over Knives. That one I like a lot. Cowspiracy was also fun. Cowspiracy and What the Health are neck and neck, so I might have to go Forks Over Knives just for like the old school Esselstyns. That like kind of introduced me to eating less oil or oil-free stuff too as well. So that one, yeah, for sure.
What is your favorite thing about YouTube?
I think it's the idea that you can get on there and just say what's on your mind. For the most part. I mean, I know a lot of people get demonetized and adpocalypse and all that stuff. But in general, you can just get your message out there to an audience, which right now it's just the best video platform for that, in my opinion. I mean, you might be able to get more views on Facebook or something, but views are counted quicker on Facebook than they are on YouTube, so it can go higher than they actually are, or just scrolling by sometimes counts. Maybe it still does, maybe it doesn't. But YouTube, I mean, for me, there's a reason I'm on it. It's because people are on it watching.
Are you going to be like a science journalist still, but on like a
This is just YouTube or beyond YouTube?
Life,
okay. 5-year goals, I definitely want to be working on or have published a study, because that's what the Masters in Public Health is largely motivated by. Maybe best case scenario, having like a 6-part Netflix series of like different vegan health science things, but that might be too niche. Who knows, maybe they'll let it happen.
Do you think that Sprite is a health food?
No, actually it's the best weight loss food on the planet. You can quote me on that as a joke. Daily routine, wake up not to an alarm, hopefully, because that's how I like to roll. I like to always get enough sleep, which I didn't get at the UK vegan camp out because everyone was going hard.
Everyone was
going
fun.
Hard. They were having a good time. But then I'll just, wake up to the oatmeal. Hopefully it was, we put it on the Instant Pot the night before, so it's already done when you wake up because it's delayed cooking. And then probably just get a little bit of research work done, just do sort of administrative stuff until noon, make lunch or eat somewhere, and then in the afternoon it's refine that script if I'm making a video that day, work on the tiny house I'm working on the video on that today, just do whatever I need to do that day. And then if things are going really well, I'll go to the gym for like an hour and a half, then I'll cook dinner, make dinner, and then I'll just probably, if it's a day where everything's done, I might just like watch random stuff, maybe watch some Netflix, who knows, hang out with people, then go to bed.
What do you prefer, Netflix or YouTube?
Man, I probably watch a little bit more Netflix. Actually, no, I'm probably like 50-50 exactly on the two platforms, I would say. But I learn more from YouTube. So like learn all of the craftsman stuff on YouTube, so.
And do you have any tattoos?
I don't have any tattoos. My body is a blank slate. I'm a tattoo virgin. But it'd be cool if I get a really good idea of something like that isn't too generic, Part of me is like, I'll get some cool like sacred geometry, subtle vegan animal message thing like across my back and it'll be like so hot. No, I'm joking.
Well, I'm gonna get a big one here saying plant-based meat. No. So we're talking about like keto and carnivore and stuff like that. Carnivore is obviously really trending. If you had a minute or less to comprehensively debunk the carnivore diet, how would you do that?
First, just the point in terms of how much research there is and how much risk to your health there is by going on either one of the diets. We have a massive tome, a super thick volume of vegan research versus what I would compare to like a trifold of pretty much non-existent research and anecdotes on the carnivore diet. So it's whether, if you care about science, then the carnivore diet, you're definitely experimenting on yourself and with foods that we know cause cancer and clog your arteries and so forth. So, I think it's pretty compelling.
iPhone or Android?
I have an iPhone, but I also simultaneously hate Apple for getting rid of that auxiliary port, because now everywhere I go, it's like, oh, on the airplane, let's plug my headphones in to watch the movie. Oh wait, I have a lightning cable thing on the end. It's just a nightmare every time, and I can't like charge and listen.
What do you think of 5G? That's just made me think.
I would have to fully research it.
Maybe you should do a video on that.
Yeah, I could do a video. It's a little like out of the topic of vegan related stuff.
It's
But
kind of what Dr. Greg is doing, isn't he? Where he's going out of the realm of like whole food, plant-based, and he's doing like sort of different weight loss topics and all sorts of other stuff.
Yeah, and like when to eat. I would say that's still useful sometimes. Like I made a marijuana video, and part of it was like just getting more people to my channel. And some people are like, this isn't a vegan topic. Like I made a climate change, and someone's like, just shut up and stick to what you know about. And I was like, actually, I have a bachelor's of science in sustainability. That's actually what I'm more qualified to talk about. So how about you shut up?
Mic drop.
Yeah, boom.
An alternate question: would you ever date a non-vegan?
I am not single and haven't been single since I went vegan. But I would say that people should date non-vegans. I think it's the best type of activism is the activism you do with your pants. So that was a joke. But I think it's just really good to not isolate people too much. And a lot of people I know have gone vegan because of a vegan partner. It can go the other way though.
Isn't that a bit conceited to date
Yeah.
somebody for activism?
No, I'm not saying do it. I'm saying don't be afraid to do it
Right,
because
the
of
consequence is kind of good.
Yeah. Like, unless you are somebody who's really easily swayed by other people and they'll somehow convince you to not be vegan, like I've seen happen.
Sure.
So I would say go for it. Otherwise, it's like, I don't know, creating this vegan sort of silo.
It's vegan demi-monde.
It's vegan sexual is what it's called. It's people that only, although I understand not being attracted to people who are just like, there's a sort of meat smell that can sometimes happen, and just like keto. Oh god, no. And then there's also just like the dairy, like mucus dairy thing that happens to a lot of people. Yeah, that's a massive turnoff, honestly.
Right, last question: awkward goodbye or epic fist bump?
Epic fist bump. Why would you? Awkward anything versus epic anything. You want the epic thing. But good. Oh, there we go. How about awkward epic fist bump?
Any closing remarks?
No, just thank you for having me. I think Plant-Based News is awesome. It's been awesome to follow Plant-Based News and do videos for Plant-Based News over the years. Sure. And then all of a sudden I'm here with Klaus in the UK, in London, doing it. And we're gonna go get some awesome vegan food after this. So just life is good.
Yeah, let's do it.
Be grateful for every moment.
We'll get a thumbnail, I don't know.